We are the Bears, shuffling crew, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We're so bad, we know we're good, blowing your mind like we knew we would.
From classic moments like this one to some hidden gems, a new book looks at many of the greatest moments in football. A lot of them actually happened on the field for the most part. The book is called Why We Love Football, A History in 100 Moments, and it's from sports writer Joe Posnanski. And Joe joins us this morning. How are you, Joe?
I am doing great. How are you?
Doing very well. So we got 100 moments. Here's what I thought I would do. I thought I would throw out a name, and you tell me about the moment and why it made your list. Rob Gronkowski.
Wow. Well, I mean, there's so many moments with Rob Gronkowski. You obviously have to have him in a book like this. But the moment he made is this incredible catch that one of many that he made in his career. And obviously he was his own thing. I mean, there had, people in Chicago certainly know about the original tight end in many ways, Mike Ditka, and then you just follow that along to Gronk and his incredible career and just sort of the way he carried himself. He was unlike anybody else.
Yeah. You mentioned Mike Ditka. Let's talk about the coach.
Yeah, I mean, Ditka is in this book more than once, obviously. Yeah. I mean, he's there for, as the coach in 85, but he's also there for one of the greatest plays anybody's ever made. And he actually made the catch and run when he was playing for the Bears, and it was the day after John Kennedy's assassination when they were playing football and nobody really knew if they should be. But he was just a legend in every way, and everybody in Chicago knows that the way he sort of he was the Bears, and to many people he still remains the Bears.
To college, and one of the greatest college coaches of all time, Paul Bear Bryant.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many great moments with him as well. With the one I chose was the stand that they had against Penn State in the bowl game, and to win a national championship. But you could have picked a thousand moments. I loved what people would say about him. They would say, he could take his in and beat your in, and he could take your in and beat his in. I mean, it didn't matter which players he had. He would find a way to win.
No bigger stage, I think, in sports than the Super Bowl with every person in America basically watching. Marcus Allen in the Super Bowl.
One of the all-time great runs, and kind of a shocking run because Marcus Allen was known for his moves, but not necessarily his speed. And yet in this one, he just ran away from the Washington defense. They couldn't catch him from behind. And there he was in the end zone for one of the all-time great runs.
Back to college, Doug Flutie, BC and Miami.
Yeah, the day after Thanksgiving, again, a nation watching, and a wild back-and-forth game, and then Boston College is down with 6 seconds left. See him rolling out and then firing the ball, the Hail Flutie pass that he threw to Gerald Phelan for the touchdown. Just iconic. I was 15 years old when this happened, and I've never forgotten being there.
Couple of Bears ones to finish out. Devin Hester, I mean, we could pick 20 or so moments from him. What's your moment for Devin Hester? I think I know, but I'll let you go for it.
Yeah, I picked the moment that he had in the Super Bowl, the return that he had on the opening kickoff in the Super Bowl. And the thing that I love about Devin Hester, you see it in this play, I mean, this one he actually made a couple of moves at the beginning, but generally speaking, he just made people miss without even looking like he was trying. I mean, you look at Gale Sayers or somebody and you see all of these great moves, but his genius was just he seemed to have this ability to make people miss without even really doing a whole lot. One cut and that's it, and he's gone. And he did that his whole career. He's the best there's ever been when it comes to returning kicks.
Yeah, only good 18 seconds of that game too. Talk about a guy who could make you miss or go right over you. I mean, how do you pick one moment for Walter Payton?
Impossible to pick one moment. There were probably 15 moments I could have chosen just off the top of my head, but I chose the run that he had against Kansas City. It was one that he made about 15 people miss. It seemed like people missed multiple times. what a player, what a force, and one of the all-time great players.
All right, and then Brian Piccolo.
Yeah, so I wrote a lot about Gale Sayers and Brian Piccolo, and obviously Piccolo himself. Everybody knows the story, the Brian Song story of him, and what a force he was. I mean, he played the game so hard. There have just been very, very few players who wanted to succeed as much as Brian Piccolo, and he just overshot all of his athletic talents to make it to the Bears and be one of the great players, and then of course died young, and the very famous speech that Gale Sayers gave in his honor. It's all part of this.
And then the last one, for any of us who've watched the Bears in the last few years, it's hard to imagine there was a time when they scored 73 points in a game, but they did.
73-0 over Washington. Yeah, I mean that's. It's such a great story, like the whole story around that, because of Washington was their big rival. They had just lost to Washington and Sammy Baugh in the championship game a couple of years earlier. They had lost to Washington that year, just a couple of weeks earlier, and they came into that game with a sort of a revised version of their offense, and they just rolled offensively, defensively, to the point where at the end of the game, the referee went to George Halas, the coach, and said, "Can you guys stop kicking extra points? Can you guys go for two, because we're running out of footballs?" And so it was that kind of game.
All right, the book is Why We Love Football: A History in 100 Moments. For more, check out Joe's website, and you can follow him on social media. Joe, thanks so much.
Oh, thank you.